Welcome to the Soapdish. Hello to my co-host. It's been a few weeks.
It
Teri Knight.
has. Yes. And I've been holding back all these feelings about Thomas and Hope, and I've had nowhere to release that.
Understood.
So,
Been there, done that. All
a
right.
lot of
So
wine.
a
No.
lot of wine. You mean whining or wine?
Eh,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to cover a little bit back up just a little bit because Luann and I did bold last week.
yeah.
But what we talked about was where you and I left off was we had talked about the stronger feelings Hope is having for Thomas. I wanted to ask you this question. What do you think about this heartbeat thing, Teri? When they go boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
When Hope is with Thomas.
It's
High
old.
school?
Yeah. Definitely high school.
That's what I
Getting
thought too.
tiresome.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole story, I'm kind of hoping they bring it to a head here soon. Hope and Thomas, since you and I talked, fly out to meet one of their customers. The presentation goes super well, as we could have expected, I guess. And they start to celebrate drinking champagne, etc. Now this is the part I thought was fun because I want to get your thoughts on this, but of course the predictable happens. The flight gets delayed, and then Thomas's room he couldn't get another room, so it looked like they were going to have to room in the same room. And then the pilot calls and bails him out and said the airplane's ready to go, and they took off.
Yes.
But
She
I
didn't
think
look as happy.
I know. I think something was going to happen there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you might agree with that.
Yes.
All right, so this next storyline's good. So, because you and I have talked a lot about Liam and what a whiner he is, and he's always whining to everybody, and Steffy just had enough. So
Yes.
he's over there whining to her while they're on this business trip, Hope and Thomas, and she finally, I could see it. I thought she's had enough. She's had enough, and all of a sudden she said, "You've got it all wrong. Hope, it's not Thomas you need to be worried about.
Yes.
Hope has feelings for Thomas." And he went, "Well, that can't be."
Yeah. Yeah. That was, that was ridiculous because how stupid do you have to be that you are not getting certain signals and thinking about certain things and wondering?
Right.
And that's what I don't get about, like, Brooke.
Right.
You, of all people, Brooke, should know
Right.
what's going on because Hope has been losing it in front of her, and it's Thomas is great. Thomas is great. Well, isn't there some motherly instinct that you might kind of understand that Hope's got feelings for Thomas? And
Yeah,
then
I
she
agree.
even blurted it out. So
Right. Now what? And she still defends Hope.
yes. Yes.
Yeah. And Brooke,
Yeah.
like you said, Brooke certainly should know. She's been down that path a few times herself.
Let's see. One, two. No.
We talked about that last week, Teri, how I pointed, I don't know if you heard it or not, but I said, Teri, that you had pointed out I told Luann this, that Brooke had been married to all the Forrester men, and I sat and I pondered on that, and I said, yeah, you're right, she has.
Every one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of going through the lineup.
Evidently. Yeah, exactly. So Liam then confronts Hope
Yes.
about her feelings for Thomas. Hope denies it. I didn't think she seemed real believable, but
No.
anyway.
No. No, and the
Excuse me.
thing is, you would think. I mean, you got to have some kind of connection. You know something's not right. You can't just listen to her say it's okay and constantly defend Thomas. And at some point, and the other thing is, she did not have to work late on some of those nights.
That's
she
right.
didn't.
That's right. She chose to.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. So
But
she
Liam's
made
whining
that choice.
would drive anybody nuts. If I had to live with somebody whining like that, oh my God. No whining. Okay.
Yeah. I suspect you wouldn't put up with it, Teri.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I can see that. I know you well enough.
Yeah. I don't think you'd like whining either.
No,
don't
I
think you'd
wouldn't.
put up with much
No,
whining.
I wouldn't put up with that either. That would drive me crazy if the shoe were on the other foot.
Yes.
So Taylor and Brooke, they end up having a falling out. Mm-hmm. And that ends up kind of being around the whole... Brooke wasn't honest about some of that stuff with Thomas and Hope and all that. So Taylor's pissed. I've never seen her like that. At Brooke, I mean.
Yes, she is. And, I don't blame her. I think...
No, I don't either.
For that, I do think that... I think Brooke should have been perceptive enough to know something's up with Hope. She's obviously going through something, regardless of whatever Thomas is or isn't to her. Something's wrong.
Right.
And if you're best buds with the world-renowned psychiatrist, why would you not ask her for some advice or, come just talk to Hope for, see how you think about what's going on. And the thing is, there's nothing wrong with finding somebody attractive.
Right.
But clearly, she's lost it, Hope. And she needs help. Mm-hmm. And she's
Brooke,
not getting it.
Brooke is such a... Anyway, the other thing about Brooke is that, like you said, between Brooke and Taylor, is that, I don't know, if I'm Taylor and I'm listening to Brooke constantly bad-mouthing my son, Thomas, I wouldn't realistically, if that was your friend, you wouldn't put up with that.
No, definitely not.
And that's been going on for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Thomas really has shown, he's somebody I like. Mm-hmm. And he's done a great job. And he's also a very good actor.
He is a good actor.
But it's, the whole storyline is getting really old, and we know something's going to blow. Mm-hmm. But all right. So anyway.
Yeah. It's all good. So what Taylor does, so now she's pissed. So I think she's thinking, the hell with you about Brooke. I think that friend, well, I won't get into it because that's going to be one of my sudsy questions for you coming up.
Okay.
But Taylor's going to pursue Ridge. And in the meantime, that came real clear today when she went over and she was kind of trying to hit the, how would I say it, hit the soft heart, it'd be good if you think of all the good times we had and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
But then she also goes over to see if I can say it right here now, Teri. El Giardino.
Is that pretty close? Not El. Il Giardino.
For some reason, I have a hell of a time with that. Oh, well.
That's okay. You're from Minnesota. How the
hell would I know?
Exactly.
Right. We have simpler names for restaurants here.
The buckboard. No.
Yeah, right. So then, so she goes and talks to Deacon at the restaurant, and basically says, "You need to pursue Brooke now."
Yeah.
And so he
Well,
does.
yes. Yes. We'll have to talk about that. But
Okay.
yeah, that's that was interesting. And she talks about Taylor, oh, I'm just trying to help you out, Deacon. Oh, that's a load of crap.
Yeah, it is.
She wants Ridge, and
wants
the
Ridge.
best way is to, sorry about the train, is to get
Get him out of the way.
Get
Get Brooke out of the way, I mean.
Get Brooke out of the way, right? So
All right, so next what happens is, he does, I mean, so Deacon tells Brooke he needs to see her right away. So she goes over to the restaurant, and they sit down today, and that's kind of how it ended, is that Deacon's making his pitch to Brooke that, think about all the good times we had. And, I like, though, Teri, when they go back, they've done this on The Young and Restless recently, too, to where they go back to old scenes when these actors and actresses were so much younger.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And part of it is because, like, Sharon, who's on the Young and the Restless, they're doing that with her right now, and she was just, I mean, she's still a pretty lady, as is Brooke.
Yeah.
But they were just flat out gorgeous when they were young, and so was Brooke.
Oh yeah.
Very pretty lady.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was very interesting to see the difference in all those years, because we kind of forget about it, and we're all getting older. And
Yeah.
but
I don't look a day older than I did when I was 23, but
yeah, me too. That ship sailed a long time ago. But yeah, so but it is kind of fun to see that. But
it is.
The thing, yeah, we'll have to talk. We're going to talk
okay.
about that. Yeah. Okay.
Let's get into that. So let's
right.
go into Super Sudsy Questions, our new segment.
Yes.
All right. So Teri, where is the Hope Thomas relationship going?
Well, I think that obviously they're going to go to Italy together. There is going to be an opportunity. And are they going to get locked in someplace? Are they going to get, but Hope's going to make the move.
Ooh.
Hope will do it. Thomas isn't going to. But I think someone will catch them, and it'll be the wrong person, the person that's going to be on Hope's side, and that Thomas will get blamed. That's what I'm thinking. And that's going to just set off more stuff. And I'll have to be curious about what that situation does to Brooke and Ridge. What do you think?
I actually like your thought, your answer to that question. Because I would say the same thing, in that I think that's when it will happen. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to think, because I think we covered several weeks ago, I had read somewhere that this trip was coming up and who was going to be going on it. Remember that? And I think it was weird because it was like Carter and I can't remember who else, but the players were a little bit unusual.
Yes. Because it wasn't going to be, I don't think it was going to be Katie.
No, it was
because
just Carter.
We had talked about that.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense.
Makes no sense. And she's marketing for Forrester, so that's just odd. Why the hell wouldn't she go?
Absolutely. Instead, the lawyer goes.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah.
And I forget now, because it's been some time, as to who else was going, but there was 4 or 5 of them going, I believe, total.
Yes.
With Thomas
and obviously Hope and Thomas.
And Hope and Thomas.
Yes.
Yeah, 4 or 5
and
total.
Brooke and Ridge.
Was it Brooke and Ridge?
I think Brooke is going. I think so.
It might be Brooke, Teri, then that catches them, because if that's the case, she would totally blame Thomas.
Yes.
Brooke would.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then that's going to put a wrench into a lot of different things.
Yeah.
If
for
that's
sure.
yeah, if
That's how
the
it plays
case.
out. Yeah. All right, next question.
Yes.
Where will the Deacon Brooke relationship go? We'll probably find out something tomorrow, but
Yeah, I don't think Deacon's got a shot in hell.
don't you?
No. Maybe have sex. I don't know. But I don't nah, I don't even know if she'd do that.
I don't know if
think-
she'd sleep with Deacon at this stage.
I think because of the fact that, she cheated on her own daughter. Deacon was married to Brooke's daughter. I forget her name because we don't see her very often. She's the doctor.
Yeah, the doctor.
Yeah.
Was that the one at the masquerade party? Or is that a different? That was,
Yes. No, I think that was a masquerade thing. And yeah, God. And I don't know that. I think Brooke's matured enough that
I don't
that's
think she
not going to happen. And here's the other thought, though, about that situation. So let's say Brooke says, "Okay, let's go out," and Ridge finds out,
will. Oh,
or Bill. Both of them know he was having sex with Sheila. If either one of them told Brooke
oh my God.
that Deacon had a relationship with Sheila,
Ooh, sudsy.
that would be sudsy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I would say, yeah, I think she's just gonna flat out say no to Deacon, that ship has sailed, and Brooke's gonna set her eyes on Ridge, in my opinion. I think there's gonna be a hell of a catfight between Taylor and Brooke over to figure out who lands Ridge, just like there was 3 months or whatever the heck it was ago.
Yes. When they were throwing paint at each other.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Of course, I think you liked that scene, didn't you?
I actually did.
Yeah.
There's something just so inappropriate.
Yes.
All right. So, and that was my last question is where will the Taylor Ridge Brooke Ridge thing? Because I think that's ultimately where it's going to end up. Where does that go, Teri?
So, I want to ask you a question though.
Okay.
Who do you think Ridge would choose?
If he had his choice, he would choose. I think he'd go back to Brooke. I really do.
Yeah. I do too. And I think today that seemed like where he was more headed was toward Brooke. And then he's got Eric pushing him for it.
Yeah, right.
And, to be honest, he has more years with Brooke than Taylor.
Right.
And I think the chemistry between Brooke and Ridge is more.
Seems to be stronger, yeah.
So.
I think he's a fool, Teri, but.
Well, I know you do. That's because you think Taylor's,
If I was choosing between Taylor and Brooke, Taylor would win.
Oh,
but
yeah.
That's here nor there.
And she's, Brooke would drive me up the wall.
Yeah. Taylor's a more sophisticated.
Definitely.
More polished personality than Brooke. Brooke's a little too dingy and high schoolish for me.
Yes, and a little bit of, I can't, what's the words? I keep thinking the word is simpering, but I'm not sure. She's just got this kind of, I don't
Yeah.
know, that there's a little bit of something about her that bugs me.
Yeah, me too.
Taylor definitely, I think, would be a better choice, but for Ridge, but whatever. I'm going to make a prediction, though.
Hey, you do that.
Remember a while back, this was quite a while ago, Deacon and Taylor,
I know.
yeah, I think those two
Ah,
might get together. Now, would it last? No, I don't think so. Because there again, if Ridge would find out that Taylor and Deacon were together, he would be telling Taylor that Deacon had an affair with Sheila.
wow. Are you predicting, Terry, that Taylor, or I'm sorry, Ridge chooses Brooke, and then Taylor ends up with Deacon, kind of as a rebound almost?
Yes. Yes. That's what I'm thinking.
I like that.
That's my
That's
prediction.
sudsy.
All right. Well, how about you?
I'm kind of thinking I'm gonna predict this. I think they've set the Sheila storyline aside, so that's gonna pick up again here at some point. And I'm gonna predict, because we haven't really talked about that, so I'm gonna predict that Sheila, she's gonna devise a plan, and she's gonna figure out a way to get out of there. I can't quite figure. I'm having a hard time because I think it's gonna be something totally different than what she's done in the past. I'm kind of wondering if Dingo Fritz, her Dr. Finn's
Mike?
father, huh?
Oh, Jack.
Jack. I think she's going to convince Jack, and it might even be through blackmail or something. She's going to convince Jack to represent her, and Jack's going to get her off on a technicality. I'm going to predict that.
Wow, that's sudsy.
Yeah.
Ooh, and that could leave so many things open.
Yep.
I mean,
Opens
that,
up a whole bunch of storylines.
It does. That opens up a lot. And Sheila, gotta admit, dang, she is a fantastic actress.
she
That Sheila's great.
She
The
plays
characters-
She plays batshit crazy like nobody else.
No kidding. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So and like you said, I she's too good of an actress, and that storyline is too good to just let it sit forever. So I think that's going to come back.
yeah, I think so too. I like it. That's
All right.
sudsy.
That
All
was
right.
fun today, Terry.
Thank
That's
you.
all I've got. Until next time. Yeah, until next time. Keep it sudsy.
sudsy.
And we are out. We lost track of our line.